I've got to be, Sparker. We've been excited since the start of this stream. I'm not gonna just, go out all boring. We got to go out on a bang. I'm definitely looking forward to this game. Turtled, probably gonna win the ninth round. They do win the ninth round. So, what side do you reckon they're gonna be starting? I reckon CT side. I don't think I've seen much from their T side recently. So, probably gonna be opting for that CT side, I would expect. That is true, yeah. So, Turtle starting on that CT side, obviously feeling more confident on that side. So, it'll be interesting to see how good they start on this map. Dust 2, we've been seeing it a lot recently, Sparky. Last game, bit of a stomp. Well, no, it wasn't Dust 2, so it was Cash last game, but the map before that was Dust 2. Quite a dominant scoreline on that map as well, I think you can agree. So, hopefully this map's got more to offer. Hopefully we're going to see some quality CS, Sparky, because we do like to see that, and I bet the audience here right now with us want to see some quality CS as well. So the bomb right now playing very passive, yet to peak here, but I think they're going to be going for an A split here by the looks. The bomb is heading up short right now with the one CT to do the work here, and it's all up to him. Unable to land the shots, gets taken out there, so not a good start here for the CT side. And Never Give Up are literally storming on the A side. The CT's unable to hit their shots, and overall it's going to cost them, Sparky, the first round going towards Never Give Up, unless Julius can pull off the impossible. Yeah, so the SSG, sorry, position towards mid, definitely a deadly weapon on Dust 2, the map where you have to play the long distance game, and Gibson has also got a scout. I've literally can't speak right now, Sparky, for some weird reason. It's been a 10-minute break or so, and I've just lost it. But it has been a long day, nonetheless. But yeah, Arrogant has not seen anyone yet. I think he might have heard Gibson there towards shore, and X is going to make it obvious by taking Stakeli out of the map. And already one man down here for the CT side, Sparky.
Give us a second, lads. We've got a little bit of technical difficulties. Give me a second. I'm just getting back on.
Tunnels.
There you go.
Over the two. There you go. We're back. The two T's here go working together. Definitely what you need to be doing in this scenario. But actually, he's outsmarting them, Sparky. He's actually heading back towards B doors here. This actually might catch him off guard. I'm not sure they're going to be expecting this. Does tag down Exy there to a reasonable amount of HP. 20 HP left on him. Unfortunately, he hasn't got a nade, and he will be jumping out of the smoke, and that retake was not going to be happening, Sparky.
Yeah, it's not going to work out for them, and it means what they're going to have to do now. I mean, totally, as they went for that force fold, they're going to have these pistols. They're going to decide to go for it again, or now they're going to decide to play it safe and wait so they can get the rifles on their side. And it looks like the three of them are going to, well, only one to X is going to buy up for that 5-7, but it's not going to be much. And at the moment, they're just going to spray them down. Two have already gone down towards long. There is still another one to try and do something, but once again, Store is just going to be able to finish him off.
Yeah, I mean, with pistols, you can't really expect them to do much. So, any kill will help them, really. But in terms of this round, I do not expect to see them doing anything, especially when Exy is playing out of position. Hex was never going to be expecting that in a million years. So, overall, very clean round here, coming out from Never Give Up. And Turtled are going to be coming into this next round with a bye. So, hopefully it's not going to be like the other Dust 2 game we saw Spiker. Hopefully, they're going to win this round, make things more interesting, because as soon as one team starts stringing up rounds, it does get dangerous. So, not something we want to be seeing early on in the game. We do want to see the CT side, of course, starting to rack up some rounds around now. Would be nice.
Yeah, actually they're naping his teammate now. That can show a little bit of lack of communication right there, because I'm not sure why he's deciding to do that. I mean, there's only one reason possible for it, is communication isn't 100%, so Turtle D, they could take advantage of this. Of course, they don't know exactly that happened, but I mean, they could still, you could see that if their communication is on point, they could be able to take this game away. It just depends so far, but never give up. They're only showing one little sign. They still, overall, the communication could be really well, and you can see it currently because they are able to take down one, so they're still in the advantage. They are 3 up as well, so it is working out nevertheless, but at least now Turtle D are about to battle things back to the 4v4.
Okay, so Arrogant gets the kill there onto Badgie there, and he managed and he managed to fall back. So he's done his job. It's now a 4v4 in favour of the T side, I would say, because the CTs do have to split up now. The bomb will be making its way towards the B site here, Sparky's still in upper tunnels with teammates positioned towards mid, and Hex is lucky there, to get out alive, and the bomb, you know, it's taken its time. There's no need to be pushing into any sides at this stage. They get the first kill, they play the time. That's pretty much how T-side should be ran, Sparky. Not like the T-side we saw from Ken Bone this evening, who were just running out of smokes aimlessly. Not something I would have really agreed with. So, definitely never give up, taking the smart and sensible approach towards this round. And overall, it's working out from Sparky. They're going up against Julius now, who needs to retake this 1v3, and it's not looking likely at this stage.
Yeah, Turtle D, the communication would have been there. It should have been cooler. They knew that the players are going to be pushing them from short, but unfortunately, it was just a matter of the Angels. They weren't able to come out on top, and NGU able to get themselves another successful one. Their aim is a little bit off at the moment, and hopefully Turtle D can get warmed up and start getting back into this one.
Yeah, and I think the slow and methodical plays here are working very well for Never Give Up. The Turtle are actually yet to come back with a counter for it. Definitely playing with their minds a bit, and it is looking quite scary right now. You know, they're starting to string up these rounds, and unless Turtle can do anything to counter them, they, you know, the T-side might start running away with it here, and it's not good to see at all.
Yeah, Spray's going to come in. Hex is taken down just at 10 HP. The store manager, what a name, is going to be able to pick up another one here. It just means they're going to be pushed back at this point, you know, not getting too aggressive. But, of course, you've got to really have that gamble at this point, as you've only got pistols. So Julius does get aggressive. He does pick up one. But, of course, his location is given away. It just means he is going to be pushed. So they've lost another one here. But they're doing alright so far, because it's a 3v3. But he does pull out that AK just in time to be able to pick up that another player. So the advantage swings back into their favour. They can pick up that bomb again. And these last two players towards Turtle D, they've got to make sure that they're at least sticking together, playing that buddy game. And hopefully they're able to find one and then just, you know, at least have a refrag if one does go down. But it looks like they're starting to split up a little bit here.
I mean, Stekeli is the man with armour in this situation, so it would have maybe been nice to see him opt to pick up that AK. But Deo obviously feeling strong with it. Does spot... how do you even pronounce that guy's name? Ludism? There's been some interesting names tonight, Spark. It's been hard to say some of them. But yeah, I think overall in that situation, not really much he could have done there about Kevlar, especially when he was going up against the two T-sided players there. Turtle yet to get around, but they will be going for this by Sparky. They have got the AWP on Hex here, so hopefully he can, you know, get him off to a good start. Maybe get that first kill onto Gibson if he chooses to pick towards mid, which I think he is looking towards mid right now. But the CT's not feeling confident enough to peek. And even when they don't peek, Sparky, he's got tagged. So Arrogant has not ended up on the best side of that wall there.
Yeah, it's not good for them, but of course he's only going to be tagged out, so at least he can survive. And it means that at least they can go aggressive here, and they've had to go for that gamble, hopefully just getting aggressive and picking up one, and now he's just going to vacate back and play this a little bit more passively here, waiting for them to start push them now, and it means they can pick up two here, but of course Gibson, he's just going to be waiting for them to get aggressive and trade back 2 kills for his teams.
Yeah, I mean, the CT side here on Turtle look very strong there, actually, getting the exchange frags where they were needed. So when one player dropped, I think it was Deo that dropped, Hex was quickly there to exchange the frags. So brilliant communication there coming out from the CT side. I think whoever it was a little bit careless towards long there, whoever pushed that. I think he was maybe getting a bit too aggressive there. But Definitely a change in shape here on the CT side. Hopefully that's a good sign, Sparky. Hopefully this might mean that they start stringing up some rounds for us now. With the first round on the board, it's definitely something to work with.
Gibson going to be able to get the tag through the door as well. That's just going to... It's not going to be good for Turtle D. Of course, they were just able to get the previous round, but a tag up at the start isn't going to be pretty for them. The bomb is also favoured towards B, but they do have a player towards A outside and still holding that player towards mid. Maybe waiting for someone if they want to check mid and just see if anyone's there as in general, or try and pick one up. At least they've got a man there waiting for that player to get aggressive. They do have that player towards mid, which is Aragon, but he doesn't want aggressive because he's not the man with the orb.
Yeah, that is true. You have got to be careful peeking mid here. I mean, you have got that one person towards short who, so if Aragon does go down, he can opt to exchange the frag. So a good setup here coming out from Turtle. I think they've capitalised that the T side have been getting mid control most of the time in most of their executes, so they're definitely cracking down on that. And Deo, that's a lovely push there onto long, picks up badge and falls back. So brilliant job there from the guy himself holding long. And he will fall back now to safety. So already looking good for the Turtle here. Strong setup, and Hex makes things a lot easier by getting the kill onto Gibson. And kills are going here left, right and centre. The T side is starting to push onto that B site. Hex has chosen to fall back, which gives the T some foot space to work with here. So they will push onto the site. Gets a good kill there onto Deo. That's Exy. And I think Storm Manager has heard Stekeli from behind, but not able to get the kill there, Sparky. And Turtle win their second round on the board here. So this is the comeback, Sparky, already. It's looking a lot better this map. I think this is going to be a closer game here for us.
Yeah, Turtle D, what they're doing successfully at the moment is one of them gets aggressive, and they're lucky that it's just a 1v1. They come out on top, and then they just go back. That's what they do. They get that first initial kill to the up, 5-4, and then they just head on back and wait for them to push. And it's worked out for the last two previous rounds. But if Never Give Up can, realise that, they'll just start buddying up here, and then as soon as that one player peaks, they can kill him, or at least get the trade kill. So you don't want to keep doing the same thing, but this last two rounds has been working out for them. Hopefully, if they don't realise, they keep going, it really could work out for them, and they can get themselves a couple more.
Yeah, it's definitely the decision when you push, because when you do push too much, it does get a bit predictable after a while. So it's going to be interesting to see how they choose to, kind of differentiate their play styles a bit. But they seem to be doing fine right now about going for any pushes, Sparky, because Deo is holding strong on that A side, gets 2 kills there. Of course, the T side are on pistols this round, so you wouldn't really be expecting much for them, and they're unable to get close here because Deo has just pushed him all the way back, and there's not really much a Tech 9 can do at that distance, Sparky. So overall, very easy hold there for Deo. He was not going to be dropping to one of those Tech 9s any time now, I don't think. So all up to Badge now with 1 HP. I don't see him doing anything here, Sparky. I don't see him doing anything at all.
1 HP in the dream, mate. He's got
I mean, the bomb is down on that A side. It's going to be kind of hard for him to do anything with his HP. He has found an M4 though, so who knows, Sparky? If you believe, I might believe. I mean, he could find this first kill here, but no. Does get taken out through the wood there, through the scaffolding, just to make things worse for him.
Yeah, I would have been probably looking to save at that point when he got the M4, but he looked like he was starting to push. He was going for it, mate. He believed, but
I mean, confidence is key, right?
Exactly. I mean, they've let the 3 rounds slip from their fingers at the moment. Never give up. With this bye once again now, trying to look back to get back into this game, and don't want to let Turtle D have this lead.
Yeah, that is true. Never give up. The wise words of Rick Astley. It's something that Turtle definitely don't want to be doing this early on in the game. We saw Carfusu got a little bit frustrated last game, calling GG early, but Turtle, they've still got rounds to play with. It's not over yet. I mean, never give up. Maybe a couple of rounds ahead, but on a map like Dust 2, I would say 50-50 in terms of CT side, T side. It's anyone's game, really, Spark. It's just who's hitting the shots on the night, really.
Never give up. That's definitely the right attitude to have always in the game. I mean, when I hear that, I think of John Cena, but
yeah,
exposed to too many memes of John Cena, so kind of stuck in my head now. Unfortunately,
gotta love a bit of Rick Astley there, right?
Oh, I love his song. That's like the one song I can actually sing and it sounds decent. Don't sound like a dying cat.
Tommy's not really happy with that. One of my mates that's watching the stream right now. He's a big Rick Astley fan. But moving away from Rick Astley, XE has found Julius. And he will get that kill. So the bomb is making its way up towards T site with the one person lurking, which is Gibson. Kind of an unusual weapon to lurk with. He has got the AWP in hand, so the CTs get their hands on that Sparky. Who knows? And I think, yeah, Gibson, Deo knows where he is here, so not good for Gibson here. Not a good situation to be in. An overall an easy kill for Deo to get, and that's the AWP there for next round if he manages to get his hands on that, which I think he will. He should be able to get there before the round ends. And I think we have got a pause coming in. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, totally going to go for the pause. They're on a roll at the moment. They want to keep their momentum going, so I'm going to guess it's going to be a technical one. But, I mean, we'd never give up there. I'm not really sure if I agree with Gibson's play. I think when he was crossing and then the Tech 9, it didn't work out for him. I think at that point you've got to go, okay, right, let's not push him now. Let's just go back. You know, go towards maybe upper tunnels again, hold with that AWP, or maybe just slowly start getting aggressive and just wait and also check from behind because it could be anywhere. It just depends really, or maybe just wait pushed up a little bit. I don't really agree with him deciding to go for that initial push because he's up against NM4 with that Tech 9. It didn't seem very likely he was going to come out on top, and so you kind of need to change it up a bit. But nevertheless, you know, in the heat of the moment, he decided to just go in that push, try and get it over and done with the round. But unfortunately, it isn't going to work out for them. So now Turtle D, so they've been able to get 4 in a row here and looking to get more. I don't know what's gone wrong for Never Give Up.
Exactly what you said there. I mean, they were off to a strong start here on the T side. You were questioning, were Turtle actually going to pick up rounds? Because they were looking, I would say, equally as strong as a Global 5 from last game. So, obviously, a little bit of communication errors coming in here from the T side, I think, because Gibson, it is very unlikely that you're going to be in that situation lurking with an AWP. It's just not something you see. Like, it would have been much better, sorry, if he had the bomb and head towards B site. I think it would have been more effective for an AK to be lurking, and I think that Tech 9 versus the M4, I mean, written on card, Spark, you do predict the M4 to get it every time.
Yeah, I mean, what are Never going to give up? And what are they going to do now? I mean, they have 4 Tech 9s and an AK as well. I mean, the economy's a little bit over there. You know, the person picking up that AK, he's got a lot less money than the rest of his team, so maybe that could be a bit of miscommunication there. Maybe he bought the AK straight away and the rest of the team like, okay, well, we've got to buy coming up now, or something one or the other. I don't 100% agree with that once again. Maybe deciding just to go for the Tech 9 would have been better, but we're going to have to see if it works out for them. But of course, they're up against 4 and 4s and an AWP here. Utility, they've got a decent amount of it, but Turtle D have a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, on that B site as well, if you're using utilities, it buys so much time and pretty much pushes the Ts towards mid, where, like, Turtle right now have got a really strong setup. They've got that one person towards short who has been getting the exchange frag every time if his mid player's dying. So they're yet to counter that mid setup here. So I would like to maybe see a bit more utilities being used on the T side, maybe flashing over short, for example, to catch Kelly off guard, because he is very predictable. He's been holding that angle on short every round. So, I mean, the T side, they're yet to crack down on that. So hopefully we'll be seeing their utilities being used a lot more. So there we saw a utility being used there to flash, pop flashes the teammates through mid doors, and it does work out. Deo does get taken out there. And they are doing the wise thing here. They are falling back out of mid, so they don't need to be pushing into that possible mid stack Sparky. They get the first kill, they fall back. It's a very intelligent play here, and I think it's something that's been working out from this game so far. Very slow plays, it has been working out for them, so I don't see why they would go away from that. As soon as they've been doing fast plays, it doesn't seem to be as effective, really. So they have gone back to their slow plays, and it does seem to be working out right now. They are looking to go back towards that B site or maybe get mid control, which is exactly what they're doing now. Gibson with the AWP in hand spots that player towards long, and Aragon, that is not a shot you want to be walking on the other end to. And the B site here is going to be clear. Well, it wasn't clear. Hex was there to hold the line, but he was unable to do anything. Stall manager was quick on the trigger finger. And that is another round for Never Give Up. So they break the 4-round streak here from Turtle. And the communication there, Sparky, looking a lot better, I think you can agree.
I mean, that's where you maybe, you know, put momentum on the side. As they had 4 in a row, but then they decided to go for that pause, and then they lost it. You could argue that possibly they've just completely stopped their momentum, and that could have been the reason why. It could have been aim alone, but I mean, momentum's got to have some part of play into it so far. But I mean, once again, they're going to be able to pick up 2. This is a great start for Never Give Up. This is definitely another opportunity for them to get another round on the board for them. But of course, they are going to have a player towards lower channels. It's going to be a perfect nade as well. That's going to take him down to 58 HP. But Dio, of course, pushing up towards Catwalk, can at least pick up one and just going to head on back. That's what he likes to do. He gets one kill and then heads back every single time.
Yeah, and Stekeli is positioned there behind the box in lower tunnels. I don't think the T's actually know he's there, Sparky, so it could get interesting here. He has got the UMP to work with, does spot Badge there, and that's an easy kill. He's not going to be missing that anytime soon. Did manage to catch him off guard there, but the bomb actually has been planted, Sparky, without them even knowing it. So they are having to retake on possibly one of the hardest sites to retake in CS in general. I think the B site is very hard, especially when the T's are holding angles. It can be very tricky for the CTs to retake, providing they even if they have utilities, it's very hard to retake in general. So Stekeli has realised that, and he is actually opting to save here towards T spawn. But I think the communication and never give up, it has improved since we were last talking about it. So Turtle obviously now feeling the pressure after this is the second round in a row for them. They've obviously realised that Never Give Up have stepped up their game. I mean, they're no longer giving away the easy rounds that they were before, and Turtle are actually struggling here. The economy is not great either, Sparker. They've got players on 2k, which means they're going to have to eco here. There's one person that's managed to get an M4 out of this. Somehow.
He saved it. Yeah, it's the
Oh, did he? Oh, sorry, yeah, my bad. So he did save that from last round. So he's going to be the only person here that I expect to do anything. And where is he actually positioned? He's positioned towards long, I believe, with that M4. So,
yep.
Yeah, the bomb is playing passive right now. They're not going to be pushing long because that would be a dumb call on the T side. They're going to be sitting back like they do best. And I think Ludism might have an idea that Julius is there. Maybe he made some steps or something, because he definitely is scoping towards there. This could be the end.
HP, though. That nade.
Oh,
15
he
HP.
whiffed it.
Yeah, if that went actually towards him more, but that might push him out though. That's exactly what we're going to do, but he's going to be able to survive once again, and he's going to be able to get the corner, and all he's playing the bait game. They're trying to push him here, and it just means his teammate can pick up one. So that's another one gone down. So actually, the advantage, manpower is in their favour, but of course, they only have pistols on 4 of them, so you could argue Never Give Up still have the advantage here.
Yeah, and they've still got plenty of utilities to be using. That Molotov on Gibson, if they did choose to go towards long, for example, they could molly out the car position, which is a deadly eco round position, actually. So using that Molotov will give them also a lot of information if there isn't a player playing there, which I don't think there is right now. So a lot of information. The T side is actually going to be going up towards short here, so they won't need to be using that molly here. But yeah, the utilities in the T side favour. You have got an AK there picked up by Julius, and you've still got Stekeli on a good amount of HP, and he's actually got 2 kills for himself this round with that M4. So that save from last round, Sparky, has actually proved to be successful right now. As I say, that does get killed by Gibson, but good job there for getting 2 kills from him. I mean, his team couldn't really do much. They were on pistols, but they will have a reasonable buy coming into this round, Sparky.
Yeah, I mean, you can see they tried to do something. It looked like a great start, as you said. You're able to pick up 2. I thought, oh, they actually might be able to do this one, but unfortunately not successful. And Gibson, another tag here towards Julius, taken down to 19 HP. He's just getting the wallbangs right now. He's able to time it perfectly through that door so far, and it's definitely working out for his team. And it could be a major factor, of course, because 19 HP, just a couple of bullets, and he's gone.
That is true, and the economy is not stable on the CT side right now, so he's definitely playing with fire, peaking Gibson, especially as he's been landing most of his shots there. So at first it was arrogant, now it's Julius, so he's not going to be too happy with that one. The bomb is positioned in tunnels here. The T side, again, taking mid-control, Spark. It's something that they have been doing all game so far, and the quick B split, by the looks of things, is going ahead. Exy going towards the window position, gets that kill onto Julius, who had been tagged out from the start, and that's going to cost him. But you've still got Hex here, the man who can hold the site by himself, gets that kill onto Exy, avenging his teammate, and the bomb has realised, Sparky, that they don't want to go towards the A site. The bomb is towards short, no, lower tunnels, sorry. They are taking their time with this one. That player has been spotting out towards mid here. He is playing with fire right now because he has been tagged up quite a bit there.
Yeah, tagged
Store manager.
Yeah, the store manager just comes from behind. Finish
Yep.
him, so it's Hex is the last one. He's only on 22 HP. Can spot at 1 at least. Oh, but Gibson's just been able to survive on 24 HP. He's going to go for that peak once again, but that orb shot inches away from him. You just saw the bullet go right past him, so he's going to be able to save that one very luckily. And does he decide to go for this one? Does he know that one's going to be coming from behind, though? He's going to go for
That
the
step will
flashbang.
reveal it.
Yeah, he made a step that he failed on the jump as well. May cost him as well, so now he's a little bit scared. He knows one's going to be towards that. He just decides to go for aggression. Will this work out for him? No, unfortunately it won't, so it means they can at least get that AWP back as well.
I mean, the
It's not
point where he
just
picked up the AWP there, I was expecting to just run off and save it, because, you know, the save weapon from before that Stickelly saved actually did do a lot of work in the round following, but he'd actually choose to go for that retake with the AWP in hand. Probably not the most ideal weapon you want to be holding in a retake, but he goes for it nonetheless, and it will cost him his life and the round. So the CT side economy is not looking great. They are on 5-7s with Stickelly, who has opted to purchase a scout. So he is positioned towards mid right now, I believe. And Ludizim has realised that they are going to be on a weak buy here, Sparky. So he has gone for that MP7 to farm up some cash. But I think at this point, their economy, you know, it's quite strong. You've got Gibson there sitting on 12.7k. I mean, he does want his cash, though. He is getting a bit greedy. But can't blame him, I guess. Every little helps. Another Tesco's. Is that Tesco's, is it?
Yeah, it's Tesco's. Every little helps. Ding ding. I think, no, wait, that's Asda.
Is it?
Yeah, no, I mean with the ding ding thing.
Oh, it might be.
Why are we doing
Dude, these Tesco puns always seem to crop up with me. I don't know what it is, but...
Paul's got some relationship with them.
Sponsored by Tesco's.
The other supermarkets are available.
Yeah.
Aragon, though, he's only on 4 HP. He's going to be able to pick up that AK, which is going to be good for him. And now it looks like he's just going to have to try and go for the save. You know, ever so low. He doesn't even have any armor. No HG. It's definitely wise to go for this save, but I think he's got to expect the players are going to start hunting him down. And X is going to be the man to do so. He can finish it off here. So they now go to the 10th round for them. And they're definitely looking to get this one to 11-4. But if Turtle can at least make it 10-5, it would be the minimum that really is required, I would say.
Yeah, I would say that too. I mean, a lot of people say this map's T side, and some people might think that around 5 rounds is alright on CT side, but personally, I think it's 50-50 really. If you're a strong CT side, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's not really good for a T side. But they have taken the site here, Sparky, so they are having to retake it here, the CTs, and that is not going to help the cause. Hex gets taken out, as well as Stickelly, so the retake is not looking strong so far, Sparky. You've got 2 players up against 4 T-sided players, sorry, who are holding the site right now, and they're not willing to let it go. You've still got 3 players there, and no respect. The molly coming in, cleans that position out, and Aragon, he was going to burn alive if he stayed there. So
yeah, he got shot, though.
It was a pretty solid hold there from the T side. CT's unable to do anything. And the score will be 11-4 for the first half in favour of Never Give Up. Rick Astley would be proud.
Yeah, but that's I'm never going to give you up. So,
yeah, I know, but you know,
it's not
you know
exactly
where I'm coming from.
where with John Cena, he says never give up exactly. He's on the words, mate. So
I'm not a big fan of wrestling myself, so I'm not really that, you know, I don't click in with all the
oh, come on.
Is that something he says, is it?
You must know John Cena is at least.
I know
come
John
on,
Cena
the amount
is,
of
but
memes and everything. You don't have to be a wrestling fan. You've been memed with John Cena. If you haven't, where have you been? Like,
nah, it's Donald Trump now, mate.
Oh yeah, the Donald Trump memes are all gonna come in. They already have. We've already in our last 2 games we had so many Donald Trump memes. We haven't had any this game though, so.
Yeah, me and Sparky were speaking a bit about the Donald Trump memes in the quick commercial break, but since then we have recovered and it's time to stop talking about it because the pistol round is underway, Sparky. Turtled on that T side now of everything to do, and it's all on this pistol round, Sparky. I feel that if they lose it, the climb is going to be too high for them. I mean, you know, it's possible, but it's a very high ladder to climb. Chances of doing it are very slim, but they have actually got themselves short control here. That smoking off Xbox, very effective there, so you've got that one player there positioned towards Goose. I think they know he's there as well, so it's not going to be an easy hold here for Badge. He does get taken out there by Deo. Nice headshot, and they do realise that XE is also towards Long. So the bomb will get planted. The retake's on. Actually, more players in favour of the CT side here, and something that I didn't expect to see, Sparky. I thought that the T side had taken the site. You know, they were looking strong. They've got short control. kind of threw it away a bit, and Julius now in a 1v3 with it all to do, and lands a couple of shots, but unable to actually connect any to the head there. And that was a pretty good retake there, I think you can agree.
There was too many for him to handle. Like, he just realised it was on there. One was coming from behind. He tried to turn around because he knew he was behind the box. So he was in a good position. He knew that player who was just alive still coming towards short. He couldn't be able to find him, so he had a good chance of picking him up. But of course, they were out of ammo and needed to try and find a new pistol, and that cost him. And at that point, the CDs just rushed him and finished him off. If it was a 2v1 situation, then maybe he would have been able to do it. But I think that third extra man boosted up, just able to help them secure that extra round, 100%, let's be honest with you. But I mean, now they're going to be at least upgrading some P50s, but of course no armor. They've only got one smoke. Look what they're going up against. I very much doubt that they'll be able to take this round. And of course, Dio's going to be tagged down to 16 HP as well, so it's not the best of starts.
It's not the best of starts at all. You have got that T-sided player, Stekeli, positioned towards long, and he's heard Exy, and that will cost them his life there, pushing up a bit too aggressive there, you could argue. And that's another nice shot coming in from Aragon. So we've seen these rounds happen tonight, Sparky, a round where you'd expect, the winner of it to just sweep them clean with the SMGs they've got. But still 2 casualties there on the CT side. The pistols still doing work. You still with some of them on Glocks there, so guess it counts the economy, which is a good sign. But Turtle have got to start stringing up these rounds now because they are 13-4 down, and if they do want to come back into this game, they do need the round, Sparky.
Badge just completely clean in-house there, just advancing with that MP7, get a bit of extra money on their side, and looks like they might want to favour B at this point, but of course the Molotov's going to come in, so they have to stay wedged in at the moment. They could decide to rotate, but they want to stay in there, so if they realise that the players are going to be there, this is where they could rush them and take them out, but and never give up, going to keep that passive approach for now, doesn't want to get too aggressive, just going to hold and, at least confirm where they are.
Now you can see that the T side here on the radar, they're all positioned towards that B site with that one person towards short. Now, if the people long manage to crack down on this Sparker, they could push up long doors, for example, and that could get them so much information here. But in the end, they've actually managed to get the site out of it. The CTs didn't realise the way they were playing it, didn't opt to go for any information whatsoever, and in the end the actual stat towards that B side in tunnels did work out for them, but kind of risky play, I guess. It was a bit lucky that they managed to get onto the site without the people from long realising most players were towards B here. But the 2v2 is on with Deo holding from red box. Can he do work here? I think he's realised that the 2 players are actually coming from the door side, so he spotted Badge, but unable to land a frag. But there's one nice headshot coming in from Deo, and it's all up to Badge with the AWP, and retaking B side of an AWP, Sparky. It was never going to happen, was it? And that is a free AWP for the Turtled side.
If they was able to win that one, I would have said that's all because of Gibson right there. A wall bang again through the door when he was going towards lower tunnels in that mid control. Once again, this guy is just on point with his wall bangs towards that mid door. That is a danger zone right now for Turtle D. And then he was getting aggressive towards B. He was holding well, was able to pick up 2, but unfortunately he was taken down. He is such a crucial player for never give up in this game, and he always is. He's such a good AWPer. He's just consistent and he's on point.
He's the rock of the team, Sparky. The anchor of the boat.
But of course, at the moment, only on pistols. They can't do much here. They're just dropping like flies at the moment. They've already lost 4. 1 player left alive. He's got 21 HP. They're going to have to see if he's able to do anything. Yeah, Stekeli's just going to push him, take him down, get the bomb down as well, get a little bit extra cash on their side. There you go. And so, never give up. They haven't got a lot. And Nivol's there might probably just save here. And don't buy up anything. And buy up in the next round when they have those rifles and those AWPs on their side. And going for Julies.
Yeah, it's definitely the safer approach here, not buying up, because buying up carelessly, I don't agree with that. I mean, it's better off waiting for when you have got utilities to use, and they can be effective on Duster, especially on that B site. And Stekeli, it's like a shooting gallery right now. He takes Ludism's head clean off, and Exy actually fights back, gets that kill onto Hex, and it's actually managed to turn it into a 2v2 here. Somehow, I mean, miraculously, they had pistols, the CT side, and doing real damage to that T side here. You've got the AWP on Aragon, so going up against AKs. If he misses one of his shots, Sparky, it could be the end of the road for him. And overall, careless round here for Turtle. They've lost so many people here coming into this round. And a round which you wouldn't expect to lose that many people, especially against pistols.
Yeah, it's not been good for them. I mean, what are they going to be able to do at this point? Storm Manager is only on 19 HP. Julius is starting to advance on his position. He does have an incline that someone's there. He's going to be able to spot him out as well, so he knows Julius is going to be there at least, but he's going to be able to free-fire him. He is able to do some damage and can't finish off, and there you go, Aragon as well. He's going to be able to spray down that one towards the stairs of upper tunnels. And so it means now they're really getting back into this game, but of course, they can buy up now. Never give up. They're going to rock this double AWP setup. Storm Manager probably going to be, yeah, he's going to favour for that M4. And so really now against these 5 AK, this is where Turtle D really need to get this one, because they want to just keep breaking that economy, keep getting intercepted rounds and come back into this game. So they really need to win this round. And of course, Badge is going to be there though for the push. He can pick up one. That's going to be the bomb as well. His teammate's gone down, but he's just holding this one perfectly.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, why did they?
What am I watching? This is like a skadoodle play, you know, when he's positioned towards long and he's just picking them off one by one and the collat to end it. That is brilliant work there from him.
That was amazing play with the hold, you know, pushing and going back perfectly. But why did they line up at the end there? That was not the best decision, and it just means never give up. And Baz just holding that site perfectly. It means they get themselves another round here, 14-7, edging very close to the end of this game.
And that could just be the round, Sparky, that cripples the motivation of the T side. They were seeming to string rounds together out of nowhere, and that round could just be just a mental blow for them. Just to lose a round like that, peaking one by one, and the collat to end it. It's got to be playing on their minds. And Gibson, that's going to be making them play on their minds even more, because he gets that nice shot onto Julius, and they are dropping like flies, Sparky. So it's not going well for the T side here, unless Kelly can make anything of that. He does take the head off Storm Manager. And he has taken the B site, but the bomb is still in tunnels, so still got to make its way to site. I'm not sure if X is going to hear this. He probably will. And at this point, would you save if you were the CT side? They can go for it, but would it be the wiser call just to drop back and save the weapons for next round?
I mean, they're up 14-7 at this point, so they've got a lot of rounds to play with. So deciding to go for that save, you can kind of see why they do both, to be honest with you. You can see why they go for the save, because of course they've got many rounds ahead, so you might as well go for the save. But going for the push as well, as you're so far ahead by 7 rounds, I'm not surprised they want to go for this one. And it looks like they're going to go aggressive here, but Heaven's the only one open. His door's going to be closed. Dio is waiting with that UMP. He's going to be straight down. This is where Badge maybe decides he wants to go ahead for the save here. That's what he's trying to do, but unfortunately for him, Dio's going to get aggressive, so he's going to be taken down. Steals his AWP as well, so now they're rocking themselves a double AWP setup. And the economy of Never Give Up is going to be completely broken.
This is exactly what I was going to say. I mean, they use all their utilities there without actually, you know, making them work efficiently, because they chuck the flashbang and they don't push out onto the side. So pretty much just flashbangs being wasted there for no reason, because if you're going to chuck it, you might as well push the site and retake it. But overall, bit careless retake there. I mean, they're not using any, well, they use their utilities badly, and as a result, that's going to cost them the round. So the double AWP setup now on that T side. I think I've definitely favoured the double AWP setup, sorry, on the CT side, but whatever floats your boat, really. The T side could opt for a double AWP here, and it yet to work for them. I mean, I don't really think it's a wise call using those 2 AWPs, although they did pick up one from last round, because they are going up against pistols here. I'm not sure they know that. I don't think they have realised it, otherwise they would not be going for that double AWP setup, Sparky.
They definitely know now. Of course,
well, yeah, they would know now.
There you go. Hex is going to be able to pick up another one, so it's just 2 players left alive. One's towards A, one's towards B. They are going to decide to smoke off, just playing that precaution in case someone is towards CT, but unfortunately he's going to be taken down, so it is just up to X. They're left alive. 30 HP. He does have a P250. He's got nothing really to save except from that P250, so you might as well try and go for this one, or maybe you could decide to play for that extra frag, just waiting towards the players, but I don't know.
I think he is trying to find that AWP that was dropped by Gibson, but I don't think he's going to be getting his hands on that, really, Sparky. You've got 3 players on the T side. They're not looking to give it to him, but I say that. Deo is pushing tunnels. A bit of a risky game, but confidence will pay off in the end, as XC does get killed by him. So 14-9, Turtles are making a slow comeback here, but slowly but surely they are finding round, Sparky. So whatever's working for them, they've got to keep it going. And the CT side here, they've opted for another double setup here. So, I mean,
Going
we've
for
yet
free.
to see it work. But three orcs, I missed that one, but they're definitely feeling adventurous. Obviously feeling that they have got a lot of rounds to work with, 14 to 9. I mean, you've not got many rounds to work with. Triple AWP setup is not really something I agree with on Dust 2. 2 AWPs are plenty, really.
Yeah, I knew Aragon was going to pick up that after he threw his pistol. There was a fake flash. Aragon was just going to hold that and wait for him, and the Storm Manager's going to be taken down, but because they've still got 2 AWPs and they decide to get aggressive and can be taken down at this point. You kind of need to hold this one back as you've got 2 AWPs. You don't want to be throwing away those rifles in case they do storm onto the site. So, not the wisest of decisions right now. So unfortunately, it's going to cost them. They are still split up though, and another one's going to go down. So now just the AWPs are remaining. Are they going to know this though? Gibson is going to be waiting. He does pick up 1. They are completely pushing his position at the moment, but he's holding fabulously. He can pick up 2, but unfortunately, he needed the other 2 to push him, and he couldn't hold both positions, so he is going to be taken down. And Badge, can he do it again? Is he going to be able to do this retake in a 1v2? He's only got an AWP. I think he's going to wait for someone to push him, and then if he picks up the kill, this is where he could decide to go aggressive, but it looks like all in all, he wants to go for a save here. He doesn't want to throw it away. Really, was that double AWP setup the wrong decision to go for? Do you think that was that downfall?
I mean, 1 AWP is fine on CT side, really, because, you know, that 1 AWP really has not been working out for him. Even Gibson hasn't been able to use it to his advantage, really. I think 2 AWPs is a bit of a push, but 3 Sparky, that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, I think, and that will cost them the round. And Turtled are starting to make this comeback look more likely now. They're now in double digits, which is a bit scary for Never Gonna Give Up, and they certainly have got to start thinking about closing this game out. 1 round off match point, and their economy is not looking the strongest whatsoever. So they have got this AWP coming into this round, so Badge still actually holding on to that, so he's obviously feeling confident with that. But the CT side, they've definitely got to change up their setup a bit, because the T side are getting mid control every round, and it's forcing CTs that play A normally to push up towards short. And you know, when you're pushing up towards short, it's predictable, so you're going to get your head taken off. So they have got to definitely change up and think about, you know, changing up their setup overall on the CT side, because Turtled are starting to run away with rounds.
Yeah, Badge needs to do what he did a previous rounds ago, a couple of rounds ago, sorry. He needs to go huge at the moment. They are going to be able to realise where he is. He's now tagged down to 34 HP, but he decides to stick for this one, and it's going to cost him as Kelly can pick him up. So now they've only got the pistols remaining. They're all going to be coming from short. Julius is going to be able to realise one, and Exy, as soon as his teammate goes down, he goes running. He's off. He's going on.
He's off on a
long.
mad one. I think he's trying to get that AWP that was dropped by by Badge. But Stikeli is holding the line of fire. I don't think he's going to be letting these CTs get their hands on that weapon whatsoever. He is holding strong right now, and I don't think the CTs are going to be peeking anything yet. I think they are just going for exits at this point. Actually, no, Xy's managed to find himself an AWP.
Yeah, he picked
somewhere
up towards one. So you see here, they're going to have this. He's going to be distraction. If they decide to push towards long, he can hold them off. Actually, he's going to be actually offering support as well. Actually, they could use him as bait at least, and that means he could at least get away. But they decide to stay towards pit. Don't want to go out hunting, and it means they're at least going to be able to save this AWP, and they all can fully buy up. And this time, at least, they're going to be wise, and they're only going to go for 2 this time.
Bit of an adventurous buy on the T side. I saw the M249 come out there, but it has been chucked over the fence in T-spawn, and Arrogant is now rocking at that AWP, which he feels confident using. So the bomb is heading towards B site right now, but something that we didn't see here from Never Gonna Give Up, actually. I think... Actually, no, what am I on about? What I was going to say is, from what I was talking about before, how Turtled were very, you know, they were very compact. They weren't spreading out across the map, and it's something they've actually picked up on here. So what I was going on about before, they've obviously tweaked a few of their setups. They've now actually spread out into a default across the map. So definitely trying to get more map control. And that's overall why they've been winning these rounds. You know, from before they were just like playing all close together in B tunnels, and it wasn't working out for them because they weren't getting any map control, and the CTs would always get information that they were there. So definitely spreading out across the map has gave them more access to these sites, and it's something that the CTs have not cracked out on yet. They need to start maybe making coordinated pushes, something that they were doing early on in the half. They were peeking together and there'd always be that one person to get the exchange or something. I think that they need to start doing that maybe, because it seems that it's always the T side to get the advantage here, and it's always dragging CT towards a certain position, and it is costing them.
Yeah, Badge there unfortunately just couldn't hold that position. No guys were coming from short. One was going to come from long as well, so he had to try and get in a safer location, and unfortunately he picked him up before. So he's going to throw in a flashbang, offer support for his team to start moving up. And Mishulis is going to have to go back here. He does go for the peek towards Gibson, but just can't finish off the kill with that orb. But at least now Storm Manager can finish him off. So it means he's brought it to this 2v2 here. They are going to be able to take down Storm Manager. Gibson can at least get the trade back. No, once again he's been able to survive on 15 HP. But now he realises he hasn't got enough time. He's going to have to go for this save once again. Never give up.
Will he die from the bomb here? No, he's good.
So, never give up. They just can't go in for the retakes. It's just not happening. They lose the sites every single time really so far. And the problem is they just can't retake.
Yeah, I mean, early on in this game, I think never give up. We're definitely looking at the stronger team, and I think the roles have reversed here coming into this second half. Definitely. I mean, we were starting to believe, maybe the audience is starting to believe now, Sparky, because Turtled are racking up the rounds here. Gibson wants to put an end to it, though. He does take Julius out from the map, and he's actually gone for an aggressive push here towards tunnels. But no one yet to peek into his crosshair. It is up to him and Badge to do it all, and I think Gibson, it would be best in this scenario to save, but it's not going to be easy, because look at the time of the clock, Sparky, 1 minute 25. There is still plenty of time for the T's to hunt down Gibson if they choose so, and you know, their economy is stable enough to do that, so I don't see why they wouldn't. So Gibson is pretty much a dead man walking right now.
Yeah, poor old Gibson. Once again, just left alive. You know, he's such a good player with that orb, but when he's in these positions, of course, it's very hard.
I mean, Mel Gibson, right, in all the action movies, he's always managed to survive. He's the main guy. He's always getting kills left, right and centre, so hopefully he's going to take on the role of Mel Gibson here. It does match his name. And hopefully he can keep hold of that AWP coming into the next round. But the T's are on the hunt. Look at him. He's in lower tunnels, so it might catch someone out who chooses to push him. But I think he actually might get away with this, Sparky. How he does it, I'll never know, but please don't peek, Gibson. Don't ruin it here, mate. Oh, this is a risky game. He's playing with fire, but I think he might just be able to keep hold of that, and he does. That's brilliant there, brilliant work there, coming in from Gibson, managing to keep that AWP for his team, and that actually has helped them a lot, because if he had died there, Sparky, that would have meant that, you know, he wouldn't have had a weapon coming into this round. So holding on to that AWP was vital, and they actually have opted for the double AWP setup here. It's yet to work from Sparky, so they're obviously, you know, they think, well, they're definitely well, I say they're confident. They have not been racking up the rounds with the double AWP setup, but I think they're willing to change things around here. And hopefully this is going to work for them this time. They have opted for it, so you would hope it's going to work. Hopefully they've maybe tweaked a few setups to make it work. Arrogant with the AWP, though, on the T side, they don't feel like 2 AWPs is an option for them. Definitely Arrogant has been doing work with the AWP, so I don't really see any need for them to pick up the second AWP yet. But the bomb is, well, it's in lower tunnels right now. They're not peeking with it. Playing a very passive game. Gibson is watching up towards short. As I say that, he does actually unscope, and that will cost him his life. Does actually peek into the crosshair of Arrogant, who has been doing tremendous work for his team tonight with that AWP, and he gets the kill onto Gibson. The AWP that was saved last round, unable to do anything this round, Sparky. So it's very unfortunate to see.
Yeah, Total D, they should expect another AWP to be there. They've been rocking it so many times that they really should be cautious that another AWP is going to be there, but they've been able to bring it back to a 3v1 at this point. So there you go, they're able to do it. So Nivica
Auto director screwing us over a bit there.
Yeah.
Is that we missed all the action going over towards the B site. Somehow tides turned. I think Ludizim picked up a 3k there, so good hold there from the man on B site. Hasn't really done much this game, but comes alive there for his team right where they needed him, and that has got them to match point, Sparky. So do you see Turtle bringing this to overtime, or do you reckon you're going to be ruling them out at this point? I think it's definitely still possible, still on cards.
I mean, they might be able to finish it off just at the final hurdle. I mean, they've been able to bring this back to a 3v2, so this is a great situation for them they may be able to take this one. Store Manager, if he can at least pick up one, that would be great for his team. But no, he looks away at the wrong time. And unfortunately, that means he's going to be taken down. It's now to a 2v2. This isn't good. This Turtle D now might be able to take this one, as they are completely split up at the moment. He is in a good position, though, to take that player down. But no, decides they're both going to go towards upper tunnels and push this one together, at least have that buddy system so they can get those 1-for-1 trades. The player is towards the site, he's fully decided to go for the investment, and it doesn't mean he can wait for his teammate. Spray's going to come on, he's now down to 22 HP, Julius can finish him off. Now Badger's going to be there,
Nice
but
shot.
There you go, when he needed it. He needed to pick up for his team, that's exactly what he's done. They became very close giving this game away, but just in the nick of time, they were able to bounce back and just finish off this game. It came extremely close. I thought they may have just given that game away, but just able to bring that one at the end. Any final thoughts, Paul?
I mean, I think it took a lot of composure there from the CT side, you know, to put things straight. I think their motivation was lacking there in the second half, because as soon as Turtles start racking up the rounds, I think we definitely saw that they weren't playing as well. They started getting a bit more worried, but I think towards the end they realised that throwing away the game at this point would be stupid. They had such a good lead in the first half, that chucking it away was not an option for them. So you definitely saw a change in the communication there. They tweaked their setups, even bringing up that double AWP setup. I mean, it's out of the box. Didn't really work out for them though. So I guess it just came down to individual play in the end. Lud is in there on the B side, stepped up when his team needed him, and overall that pretty much won them the game in the end, because I think they were running out of ideas in terms of how to change their setup. It just came down to individual play.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what I've got to say.
Gibson with those sorts being a massive role towards success, but you could see that they weren't going to change it up. They were sticking to it. I mean, of course, they were just able to get the win, but barely. They needed to be able to change things up, and I mean, they looked like they wanted to stick for it, but they lost a lot of rounds with that double AWP setup. So was it a good idea to keep it the whole time? And yes, they got the win, but maybe changing it around a little bit would have been able to get it finished quicker, maybe. But nevertheless, thanks everyone for watching me and Portal at gamers.com.mt. We have this every single Wednesday, so make sure to clear your schedule and pop in if you're free. Thank you very much for watching once again. Good night.
All right, pick up the game.
Yeah! Go, 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 go! Pass the ball! You can look at the ball and walk backwards. You see, that's how you do it. Yeah!
Watch TV anywhere for free on 4G. Now that's something worth shouting about.
What if we could change the way we see the world? Rediscovering ourselves through the people we meet and the moments we share. Each experience, every encounter, changes our perspectives, leading us to live life our own way. Money my way.